You know what I love hearing? Like when Bobby Nepper talks, he'll talk about, oh yeah, I've got this friend, I've got this friend who's, identifies as queer. I've got this friend, and there, everybody's just in this kind of great big melting pot where it's just like, yeah, whatever, you know. Let's do the fun things. So it's not like let's all sit around and talk about it. It's much more like
Mhm.
let's make music, let's play this game, let's do this thing, right? Um, and I just wow, to think about what it would be like to grow up, and I mean he is grown up, but I mean still to live your life surrounded by nothing but a reflection of positivity, you know, which is you don't have to keep holding up and going like, oh, and by the way, I'm autistic. I mean, like, I have celiac
Mm.
disease, and I feel like that's all I do in a restaurant. I gluten free. Is it gluten free? You know, and it gets really, really monotonous. Just ask the
Yes.
people who go out with me. Um, and it would be nice to only have to do that about gluten free and not have to keep bringing up, I really need you to write that down. I really need it
Mhm.
in a calendar. I really need you to identify an outcome that we want,
Or
please.
even if I could just say to you, could you please write that down? That would be really work for me. Without me declaring that that's a disability or something that's wrong with me. That's where I have the problem with using the word autism now. Because me needing you to write it down does not make me disabled. It makes it a perfectly reasonable and functional way to be
Yes.
not a disability.
Well, and
Just
Reasonable
because
request.
you enjoy doing it verbally and just shouting it across the office, that's the way you deal with things and cope with them really well.
Hmm.
And you might hate me sending you emails because you're like, oh, it's another email about no, I don't have time to read these, or I much prefer I like but they don't declare that as a disability where they don't read emails well, like, and
but
so why
Also, this might be my millennial speaking, but there's plenty of software and apps now that will either read the text out loud to you or translate the text. So if there are
yeah.
people in your office who want to say voice notes to the company communication, or there are people who want to type them up and others want to listen to them, like
and
this
now
can
there's
all be
but
adjusted for now.
and now
Technology has
there's a
caught up.
record
but you know
there's a
the thing.
record of everything that was said, so there's no one bullshitting anyone else going, I said this or I didn't say that. Or if someone does forget, they can scan back and see what exactly they were asked for in detail, so they don't have to have an instantaneous memory. You might not have
Hmm.
instantaneous recall of a whole sentence or exact details. That doesn't make you disabled, but it
But
does
you know
make
what?
that other
Yes.
thing functionally advantageous for everyone.